Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Amie Just, Nebraska eases tension with touchdowns, but Huskers show they have room to grow. Amie Just. West Lafayette, Indiana, things were tense for those in red at Ross-Ade Stadium. The first half against Purdue could not have gone much worse. Honestly, almost everything that could go wrong for Nebraska in the first half, went wrong. A touchback punt when the Huskers were trying to pin the Boilermakers at the 1-yard line. A shanked field goal. A pair of bad snaps from two different long snappers led to two blocked field goals. A touchdown called back after a phantom offensive pass interference call. It didn't matter that Nebraska had 161 yards of total offense at the break. Nebraska was deadlocked with Purdue 0-0 at halftime after whiffing on all 6 of its third down attempts and going 0 for 6 on 6 trips into Purdue territory after monumental failings on special teams. Against Purdue, a struggling team at the bottom of the Big Ten that's been outscored 104-28 in its 2 games against FBS opponents before Saturday's contest. People are also reading. Hy-Vee sells 2 Lincoln stores to Iowa real estate firm Amie Just Matt Rhule clearly bothered by Illinois loss, and Huskers hire Brett Maher LPS announces cancellation of Waverly-Standing Bear football game. Just Askin, what did Nebraska AD Troy Dannen mean by new stadium? AVCA Poll Where Nebraska volleyball landed after dominant week. Nebraska football's home game versus Rutgers gets kickoff time. TV designation judge allows lawsuit against Nebraskans for medical marijuana to proceed. Lincoln's B&R stores, owner of Super Saver and Ross's Market, names new CEO. John Cook reaches new milestone as Nebraska volleyball downs UCLA LPS working to fix and prevent unsolicited changes to school names on Google. Nebraska governor ends winner-take-all push after key senator rejects plan. Ricketts Riches, how a wealthy governor and his family changed Nebraska politics. A tough guy, Lincoln educator returns to teaching after brain injury. Nebraska starting offensive lineman suffers significant injury. Lincoln native likely to step in Nebraska high school football rankings, September 23. The feeling around Husker Nation was bleak. Sound the alarm. It's time to panic. Last week's loss to Illinois wasn't a fluke. The hope of a winning season is dead on arrival. Another year without a bowl game. We suck again. We can't do anything right. Even the players knew what the fanbase thought at that moment. Everybody was probably like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Here we go again, Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola said after Nebraska's 28-10 win. In the words of famed broadcaster Lee Corso, not so fast. Sure, the first half of Nebraska-Purdue should have come with a content warning for terrible, horrible, no good, very bad football. Sure, that tape should be thrown into the incinerator. But something happened at halftime. Something different than last week. At halftime, I told them this is exactly where I feel like our team needed to be, Coach Matt Rhule said.